What's up, guys? We're back with another update. We'll start this one off with some news on Francis Ngannou and Jon Jones. So Ngannou was recently on Ariel's MMA Hour, and he was talking about why the negotiations fell through with the UFC. He made it clear that it wasn't just about the money. He had some other demands that the UFC wasn't willing to budge on. So let's check out what he had to say. I feel like I was slapped in the face by money, like take the money and shut up, and that couldn't happen. It was just a matter of principle, and at the time, I knew this was it. They didn't say on the phone, this is what's going to happen, but I knew. When Dana was talking about the situation, he kind of made it seem like Francis was scared of fighting top tier talent in the UFC, and that's why he's leaving. He wants to go fight lesser opponents for more money. So Francis responded to that criticism by saying, Dana is Dana. I don't care what he says. Dana cannot hurt me. From where I come from, I have heard a lot worse than that, and I'm still here. What I know is that I'm here and I have a good future. He's upset. He's not happy about the situation. He saw his champion go away, which is something that probably never happened. He was also pushing to get guaranteed healthcare, not just for himself, but for all the fighters on the roster. I think the main issue for Francis is that he wanted to be a true independent contractor where he could go fight in boxing, go fight Tyson Fury, and then return to the UFC. But obviously, the UFC is not going to do that. That's why he's getting released. So let me know what you guys think of Francis's side and how he responded to Dana. Next up, we got Jon Jones chiming in on this situation and backing up Francis. Here's what he had to say. I'm happy for Francis. I'm glad Francis knows his worth. No man has a right to shame another man for fighting for his worth. I was in a very similar situation as Francis as a light heavyweight. I was never happy with my salary. I had to sit out for 3 years and I missed a lot of time, but now we're here. I encourage Francis on his journey and I wish him all the best. Another company is going to be truly blessed to have him. He goes on to say, obviously Francis had the belt. Taking it from him would have been nice. I think the fight that meant the most to me was fighting Stipe Miocic. That's the fight that actually means the most to me because Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time. I'm not looking past Cyril Gane at all. And Stipe already tweeted that he's ready to take on the winner between Gane versus Jones. For our next update, we just got Jeff Molina being suspended from the UFC because he had substantial involvement with Jeff Krause's gaming scheme. Next up, we got Leon talking about a potential matchup against Jorge Masvidal. Here's what he had to say. I don't like him that much, but I'm rooting for him to win so I can fight him. He just keeps losing, so it's hard to make that fight make sense. I even said if he went out there and fought in like December, January, Gilbert Burns or somebody, beat one of them, then I'll fight you in March, then get Usman in the summer or something, let him rest his hand a bit. I'll fight you in March, but he didn't even do that. Next up, we got Daniel Cormier talking about Francis leaving, saying that it's not true. Francis is scared to fight Gane or anybody in the UFC. He mentions that fans are going to come up with some crazy ideas. Some of them are going to say that Jones isn't a legitimate champion because he didn't take the belt from Francis. But Jones himself has said that he thinks Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight of all time. And if Jon does come back and gets this done against Cyril Gane and Stipe Miocic, I think there's no arguing he's the greatest of all time, even if Francis isn't on his resume. For our last update, we just got some news on Rafael Fiziev, who apparently owns 3 months of rent back in Thailand. He acknowledged that he actually owes this debt, but he hasn't paid it back for over 3 years now. So this Twitter account's asking Justin Gaethje to collect the rent during their upcoming fight. So those are all the updates for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys want quick MMA updates like this, make sure to follow along. Hope to see you guys in the next one.